Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be making some jugs. Jug fishing has been used for many years, but there's some newer designs for jug fishing that I think make it a little easier, and they're just a little bit better designed. So we're going to show you a design that I learned from my father-in-law. And we're gonna go get some supplies right now. We're probably gonna go to Walmart and Home Depot, and we're gonna pick up the materials, and I'll show you how to make these jugs. And then we'll probably go out on the Brazos and see if we can catch some catfish on them. So stay tuned. Should be pretty cool, and maybe we'll both learn something together. All right, we're here at Home Depot. We're gonna get some 3/4 inch pipe and then cut the sections up into what we need. I'm making 10, so I need 20 caps. So 18, 19, 20. Alright, I got all my stuff from the stores that I needed to get. I ended up having to go to a lot of different stores to find pool noodles because every place was sold out. One thing I learned, it is super awkward to film in stores. That's one thing I have not gotten used to, so sorry I didn't film in all the stores. That's just something I'm gonna have to get used to. So I'm here at the shop. I'm here at the chop saw, and I'm going to cut these pipes up into 1.5 foot sections. So I'm gonna get a little block, clamp it right where I need it, and then I can probably do 2 at a time, and then we'll see how many we get. I want to get 10, but we'll see. Okay, I actually got 12. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make, I don't think I got enough components to make 12, but I have the pipe just in case I need it. So, all right, we'll head to the next spot that has AC, and we'll continue assembling. Okay, we are in the AC now, and as you can see, I have all my components laid out. Here's my sections of pipe on some plastic so I don't get red hot glue all over these pretty white tables. I got some swivels, some big weights. These are going to be for the bottom of the rig. Here's my cordage. That's going to be for the cordage part. That doesn't make any sense. These are some little bullet weights, egg sinkers. I'll show you what those are for. All my hooks. Here's some 50-pound big game. Here's something I picked up. I think I'm going to use these for bait to start off with. I've actually done really good with these in the past. But these things are nasty. They stink. That's probably why they work. Here's the caps for the end of the sections. Pool noodles, very essential part. And a couple tools. You're going to need some PVC glue, a Sharpie, some scissors, and a knife, and a tape measure. So let's get right into it. Okay, when I was at my dad's shop, I cut these at 1.5 feet. And I think I'm going to cut these at about 12 inches. So here we go. Let's mark it out with the tape. And cut it with this Mac Daddy knife. Wow, that was satisfying. Now we just got to make 9 more, because 9 plus 1 equals 10, I think. Wow, that's satisfying. I need to start a whole different channel for cutting pool noodles. There's 4. Okay. So the next part of this build is the weight transfer system. So I've got these little egg sinkers. These are 1.5 ounces each, and they're gonna go inside this pipe. So when it's laying horizontal on the water and the fish pulls down one end, pop, the pipe is going to stand vertically, and we can tell when we have a fish on. So we got to put these 2 egg sinkers in, glue the cap on with this red hot blue glue, if there ever was such a thing. Put glue on both the cap and the pipe. Put that side on. Make sure both my weights are in. And glue the other side on. It's probably not necessary to put it on both the cap and the pipe. We're not plumbing pressurized water systems, so chill in the comments. So let me do it to the rest of these real quick. All right, I got them all glued up with the weights in there. You can hear them. And now we just gotta put the sections of noodles on so they look like this. So let me crank that out real quick. All right, I'm gonna do the last 2 live for y'all so you can see how I do it. I just get it started on there, and you just work it down over until the cap pops out. And that's a tight enough fit, it should stay in place. Last one. There you go. One very important thing to note is a lot of states have very specific requirements on passive fishing techniques. So for Texas, I have to have my name and address on here and the date that it was set out, and that is only valid for 6 days. I can also only have 5 or less hooks on this, and for my whole array of jug lines, I can only have 100 hooks or less. So check your state regulations and make sure you're in the clear, because I'm pretty sure you get a ticket for each violation. And when you have a whole array of jug lines out, that could get really bad really quick. So I'm not gonna do it on video because I don't really want to put my address out there. So I'm gonna do that after the fact and make sure I'm all legal. Okay, now we are ready to attach the lines to the jugs. So this is just some stuff I got at Walmart. It's power twine made by Team Catfish, and it's actually made for trot lines and jug lines and things of this manner. So let's pop this open. It says it has a 235-pound capacity, so that's good. Probably won't need that much capacity. Power twine. So I'm kind of having a dilemma with the length of my jug lines. I think I'm going to do them about 30 feet. That way you can drop it in deeper water, but it's going to drift until it hits something 30 feet. That weight's going to contact the bottom, and then it's going to be in an area where 30 feet is the depth on the bottom. For my waters, I think a lot of the fish sit in 20 to 30 feet. And I just think that's going to be the most effective. I'll make one or two that's longer. And they'll still work in shallower water. They'll just be sitting at an angle. But that's the game plan. We'll probably learn our mistakes as we go and have to change them, but that's what I'm going to do from the get-go. Okay, I'm 5'11" and 7/8, so I'm basically 6 foot, which means my wingspan is pretty close to 6 foot. So I'm just gonna do 5 wingspans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little extra because we'll be tying some loop knots and such. So then we're gonna take our jug, tie some very simple knottage around the end of this, just around the cap. So I have seen some people put some screw eyes in here. It's just more to rust and more to buy, and I don't think it's necessary. So just as long as you make this knot tight enough to where it won't slip off of there. I mean, that's solid. Make sure you tie it on the end where the pipe is sticking out, because it's going to be sitting like this and then bolt down. So there we go. That's the first step. Okay, I got all the ends tied up and all my sections of line. You can see there's a huge mess down here. And I'll show you another benefit to having this foam on here is it keeps everything organized. So I'll wrap it all up and we'll keep everything tidied up for the rest of the video. Alright, I got them all wrapped up there, and I left the last one unraveled because we're going to go into the next step, and I'm going to have to unravel each one of these and wrap it back up as I go, but it's better than having a giant bird's nest on the ground. So here we go. I'm kind of making this up as I go because I'm trying to take what I learned from past designs and improve it a little bit and put my own spin on it. I want it to be super strong, so I've used some higher quality components. If this is 30 feet long, I want my baits to be closer to the bottom than the top, so I'm gonna do probably every 4 feet. I have some 2-watt power swivels. I mean, these are some chunky monkeys right here. These are strong little swivels. So what I'm gonna do, actually I need to go all the way up first, and I want 3 hooks on each. Put the swivel on. 4, 8, 12. So I have the swivel here, and I'm gonna tie just a loop knot. I normally go 3 for my loop knots, but that's with a lot lighter line. This will probably be good with a double overhand loop knot. Alright, so little loop knot with a swivel hanging off. Then I'm gonna put another swivel on. 4, 8. Yeah, that looks about right. Little double overhand loop knot. And then lastly, number 3 here. So the last thing I would do is put this weight on. This is a 12-ounce weight to keep the bottom of the rig down. but I think it's gonna be a pain to have weight on the end of it while I tie all the hooks on, so I'm gonna wait on the weight. Man, that took a long time, and that's not even the time consuming part. So we just tied all the swivels on the noodles here, and now we gotta go and tie a little section of leader and a hook on each one of those swivels. So that's 30 times. It's gonna take a little bit, so I'll time lapse it and it'll be done before you know it. This is 50-pound leader I'm using on here. Nice strong line. I don't want to worry about something breaking when I am flipping a big old fish in the boat, so I'm going kind of overkill on this stuff. And then I have a 3/0 circle hook. The reason I'm using a circle hook is because what a circle hook does is a fish can eat a bait, and the bait will pull all the way out until the hook gets to the corner of their mouth, and then it'll hook. What it does is it keeps the fish from getting gut hooked. They have tons of time to eat it, so they're normally going to try and swallow it, but they can swallow it and it'll come all the way out and hook them in the edge of the mouth. So that's good. It's a self-hooking hook that does not gut hook them, so that's very important. Good grief, that took forever, but we got them all tied up and tidied up, and these are ready to fish, except for my name on the pipe and the big weight on the bottom. So that's probably gonna wrap it up for this video. This is the weight I'll be putting on the bottom, but we're wrapping it up for this video. The next video will be me fishing it on the river. I should be filming that tomorrow, so stay tuned for that and go check it out when I post it. But for now, thanks for watching Fishing Outside the Box, and we'll see you next time.
Well, I left Chattanooga